So, here's the craziest story I never thought I'd be telling. But I guess Reddit is the place for that, right? About 2 years ago, I was in what I thought was the perfect relationship. We'd been together for almost 5 years, lived together, shared everything, bank accounts, 2 dogs, weekend trips to visit each other's families. All of it. Let's call him Alex. Alex was charming. Everyone loved him. My friends, my family, even random strangers at the grocery store. And for the longest time, I felt like the luckiest person alive. But, looking back, there were signs. Subtle, quiet signs, like how he always had his phone on silent, or how he suddenly developed this habit of working late, 3-4 times a week. He'd come home tired, sometimes distant, sometimes overly affectionate. At first, I blamed myself. Maybe I wasn't being supportive enough. Maybe he was stressed, so I doubled down on being the perfect partner. Cooked his favorite meals, planned spontaneous dates, even suggested couples therapy just in case. But he laughed it off. Why would we need therapy? We're great. Then, things escalated. He started getting defensive. If I asked where he was or why he hadn't replied to my messages, he'd flip it on me. Why don't you trust me? You're being paranoid. I started to feel crazy, and that's the thing about gaslighting. You don't even realize it's happening until much later. Then one weekend, he told me he had a work conference out of town. 3 days. No contact. When he got back, he brought me this cute little souvenir from the trip. And I remember thinking, see, I'm just overthinking. Until, about a month later, I was out with friends when one of them completely casually said, "Hey, wasn't Alex at that bar last weekend?" I was confused. What bar? She pulls out her phone, shows me a tagged photo from a mutual acquaintance, and there he was, Alex, at a bar in the city. The same weekend he said he was at a conference out of town, and he wasn't alone. He had his arm around another woman. My stomach dropped. But instead of confronting him right away, I decided I needed more proof. So, I went full detective mode. Checked his location history on Google. Yep, turns out he never even left the city that weekend. Went through old tagged photos, found more, different places, different women. And then, I did something I never thought I'd do. I created a fake Instagram account. Messaged the woman from the photo. Very politely, I asked, "Hey, just wondering, how do you know Alex?" She replied almost instantly, "Oh, he's my boyfriend." I stared at the screen in disbelief. Turns out, they'd been seeing each other for almost 2 years. 2 years. While living with me, sharing my bed, making plans for marriage, I asked her if she knew about me. Of course, she didn't. He told her he was single, living alone. We talked for hours that night, shared stories, photos. Turns out, she wasn't the only one. There was another woman too, and another. By the end of my little investigation, I'd confirmed that Alex was juggling at least 4 different women. At the same time, I felt sick, heartbroken, humiliated, but also strangely calm. I realized I had 2 options. 1, confront him in a big dramatic scene. 2, leave quietly and never look back. For a few days, I honestly didn't know what to do. I kept going through the motions, waking up next to him, making breakfast, pretending everything was normal, until one morning, he left for work, and I packed everything I owned, called my parents and moved out. Didn't leave a note, didn't send a text, just vanished. He called me later that night, freaking out. Left voicemail after voicemail. Then came the messages. Where are you? Why are you doing this? Please come home. And finally, when I didn't respond, you're crazy. You'll never find anyone better than me. Classic narcissist behavior, right? But here's the part that really broke me. About a week after I left, one of the other women reached out again. She'd found out the truth too. And she was pregnant. Yeah, pregnant. She didn't know what to do. She was devastated, felt betrayed, confused, lost. We ended up meeting in person, sat in this little cafe, drinking coffee, crying, and just processing. Two strangers, connected by one man's endless lies. We both decided to go to therapy, separately, of course, but we promised to check in on each other. It's been almost a year and a half since all this happened. I've rebuilt my life, moved to a new city, started a new job, even started dating again, very slowly, and I'm happier than I've ever been. Sometimes I still think about Alex, wonder what lies he's telling now, but then I remember how far I've come and how much I've learned, so that's my story. To anyone reading this, if you're ever in a situation where something just doesn't feel right, trust your gut. It's almost always right. And hey, comment below. Do you think I did the right thing? Or how would you have handled it? I'm honestly curious to know.